And welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Brett Dolden with Matt Neverett. Delighted to have you with us. This has been a fun and busy weekend of AAA baseball. A pair of winner-take-all contests deciding the PCL and International League champions. And one more game today, Matt. The Reno Aces are 3 outs away from claiming their title. And, Matt, they had the pitcher on the mound that they desire to have in this game.
J.B. Wendelken, the closer extraordinaire this season. He comes in with a chance to lock up the AAA championship 5-1 record with a 2.63 ERA. Right-hander originally from Savannah, Georgia. Has plenty of familiarity in this ballpark, Brett. He pitched for the Aviators, the Oakland AAA affiliate, when he was with the Athletics. He pitched here in 2019 and last year to open the 2021 season. So Wendelken trying to close things out in a ballpark he is very familiar with.
Guy with plenty of big league experience over 6 years, almost 150 games. He's going to look at the 9-1-2 spots for the Durham Bulls, who had an early 4-0 lead after winning 13-0 last night. Need a run to tie. Here's Edwards. Had a couple of hits, scored a couple of runs. Takes one just up and out for a ball at 95 with a gun.
So with Wendelken coming in, it elevates the streak for Stumpo to 20 straight games without allowing a run at all. Over 20 in the third innings. Wendelken hasn't given up a run in 16 games of his own.
Amazing stretch for Stumpo, the undrafted pitcher out of the Division III ranks. Cap his 2022. A couple of pitches, though, have missed to Edwards. He'd love to get on for the top of the lineup in the top of the ninth. And it just misses the corner again. 3-0. 95 and a little bit out.
And if you're Durham, this is a guy that you want on base any way possible, representing the tying run in the ninth inning.
Wendelken needs a strike. No doubt Edwards was going to take it. How about that? A 4-pitch walk to start the ninth inning.
That's just the 10th walk for Wendelken with the Aces this year in over 25 innings of work. And now he'll try to induce a double play ball against Josh Lowe. And if I'm Lowe, I'm taking a strike. Especially with the way that this game has played out. I'm going to make Wendelken show me a strike before I swing at anything.
The Bulls have hit into a pair of double plays in this game, back in the 5th and 6th innings. It's 5 in a row that have missed. Worthy of a quick mound visit from Herrera.
I was going to say, smart decision here by Herrera. He's going to go out, have a word with Wendelken, the left side of the infield joining him as well. And this just to give him a second. This isn't even working on anything, asking him any questions. This solely to give J.B. Wendelken a moment to compose himself, because in this big situation with Lowe likely taking a strike, Wendelken looking to just fire a seed over the heart of the dish here.
Just hoping he can recalibrate. Worth repeating, though, for this Durham team. They led the International League in home runs with 212, yet they have not hit one in 2 games here in Las Vegas. And all of a sudden, that strike zone has become elusive for Wendelken. Missed on all 6.
Interesting there to see him throw the changeup on 1-0 after throwing 5 straight pitches out of the zone prior. See when he comes back with the fastball.
Lowe's going to take, and that was 96, and it just missed again, but I think we're going to have another challenge, and this is where this challenge system in this portion of the game becomes so intriguing. Let's take a look.
And each team with 1 remaining. That one's going to be low. So Reno's out of challenges. Durham with 1 remaining. If it gets to the bottom of the 9th inning, no more challenges for the Reno Aces. That one was close.
Lowe can just sit and watch. And that's ball 4. How about 8 pitches for a couple of free base runners in the 9th inning? Now bringing up the local product in Madrid, who's driven in 5 runs in 2 games, and once again the table is set, the script is written for Madrid to come through for the Durham Bulls.
And Madrid typically cool as a cucumber, but there is no way there's no nerves running through him right now. He wouldn't have a pulse if that was the case. Especially considering all the backstory. You take out this game, he's got some nerves on it here.
3 hits in the game. He'll take that one for a strike, and you consider this neutral site atmosphere. It's anything but for Madrid. with his friends and family here. And you know he had to take that pitch after 8 in a row missed. He'll be free to swing away if he finds this one to his liking. Driven in the air. Deep right center field. The Vegas product. Bly Madris hits one off the fence. We got a traffic jam coming around third. Falling is Edwards. And yet he still scores. What a bizarre play on a run-scoring double. Madris just missed a home run. The Bulls almost lost a runner between third and home, and somehow this game is tied. And look at the emotions for Durham.
Wow, so much to break down there. First, Madris missed a home run by mere feet. That's the deepest part of the yard, the hardest place to put one out here at Las Vegas Ballpark. That's only part of it, as that one hit off the yellow line. That was Xavier Edwards rounding third with a runner right behind him. He fell, the ball bounced off the pitcher's mound and went straight up in the air. And Edwards scores. Durham able to tie this game up. It's been Madris the hero all night. Why would that be any different here in the ninth inning?
6 runs batted in 2 games. And now Luke Raley is just going to be issued first base. That'll be 4 straight base runners for the Bulls, but right now Reno's in a position where they're hoping to have the force at home or a possibility of a double play because this game is tied again.
We had a play earlier on in the game on a ground ball hit to Blaze Alexander with the infield drawn in all the way back in the second inning. Feels like a completely different ball game as JB Bukowskis starts to get loose for the Reno Aces. So we'll see what the defensive alignment is here for Reno. Looks like they're going to draw all 4 infielders in, go to the plate on a ground ball.
Now Pinto bounced into a double play in the 5th. And remember, Matt, he batted in the 7th inning, hit a shot off Dusenak at first. It rolled away. It looked like he was going to be a base runner. But Dusenak had time with Pinto running to make a great play and get an out at first.
If I'm Wendelken, I pitch him exactly how Blake Rogers and Tyler Holton did.
6-6 game in the 9th. That's well placed for a strike at 97. Maybe an angry pitch from Wendelken. And there's lower third representing the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th inning.
Big hard-throwing right-hander out of Middle Georgia State. He pitches angry. We've seen enough of him here at Las Vegas Ballpark.
Wave and a miss, and Wendelken showing some emotion after getting that wave and a miss. You know he wants a strikeout here to begin this process of accumulating 3 outs.
Herrera kind of out to have a word with him. That was an interesting exchange.
Was that
there
to calm him down, do you think?
I would assume so on that point. Chris Marcos said something to him, our home plate umpire tonight. And he got back. Herrera calming down Wendelken prior to the 1-2.
Swung on, foul back. It was almost the emotions that would surround a strikeout rather than a strike 2. But Wendelken's trying to find that momentum to allow him to compete in this 9th inning after giving up a run to tie.
And you can hear it, Brett. It's a neutral site game, but this crowd has been anything but quiet this evening.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Ground ball to third. It'll sneak into left for a base hit. It'll score a run, and the Bulls have regained the lead. A play back at third. It's going to be in time to cut down Madris. But Durham has taken a 7-6 lead in the 9th inning on the RBI single from Pinto.
Yeah, tough luck for Madris, who's having an otherwise stellar evening. Just too big of a turn around third, but a perfectly placed ground ball for Rene Pinto. He knew it right away. You like the aggressiveness for Madris, but a better play by Dusenak, and it was a 7-5-6 put out at third base. That's one you don't see very often.
We might have a pitching change. Wendelken unable to get the save and get the job done. Durham has regained the lead from up 4-0 to down 5-4. The big home run from Canzone put Reno in front in the bottom of the 8th. Durham has played a 2 in the 9th. And not done yet. We'll step aside. A pitching change. New Aces pitcher coming into the game. We resume action in the top of the 9th inning. Bukowskis, the new pitcher, facing Tristan Gray. 2 runs have been plated by the Bulls here in the 9th inning. JB Bukowskis is the 7th pitcher used tonight by the Reno Aces.
JB replacing JB. It's Bukowskis in for Wendelken. And Bukowskis, former North Carolina Tar Heel, former first-round pick of the Astros.
Indeed.
25-year-old coming in 6 feet tall, 208 pounds. He'll be participating in the Arizona Fall League, which kicks off tomorrow. No rest for the weary.
Hope he gets some rest. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that misses. So just one out in the inning, and it was Madris who had the big swing this frame, but also was out rounding third too far, and that go-ahead base hit by Pinto. Multiple lead changes in this game. Bukowskis needs a strike. Drilled to right. Way back there towards the pole. Goodbye. Tristan Gray leads all of the AAA ranks in home runs. How about one more? That was a no-doubter. And a 3-run shot, and the Durham Bulls inching a little bit closer to a AAA championship.
A parting shot for Gray in the final game of the season. He knew it immediately. He hit the top of the bar beyond the bullpens in right center field. That is no short shot. He absolutely demolished it. 2 of the 3 runs charged to J.B. Wendelken, and Durham partying it up in front of their third base dugout.
Now there's bragging rights, right? Any competitor wants to win, and you can see the little boy emotions right now in that Durham dugout. There's also a financial prize that comes with this, and it's a good city to have a financial prize that goes to the winner.
Absolutely, and that ball off the bat at 106 miles an hour. He did not get cheated there.
A 5-run inning. Remember, it was 6-5 coming into this frame, and then Durham has doubled their output in just one frame, and there's still only 1 out.
And a tough luck outing for J.B. Wendelken, who came in not having allowed a run in his last 16 outings, second on his own team, which is just a remarkable number when you take a look at it. And Wendelken charged for 4 runs.
Cardenas will line out to left to Canzone. Before Canzone hit that home run, we only had 1 homer in this game, and it was a fence scraper from Thomas. Canzone had the no-doubter. Tristan Gray had a no-doubter, to say the least, and Madris just missed one as well here in this 9th inning.
Yeah, this Durham Bulls team showing more of what we saw yesterday. Just back-to-back putting runners on base and getting to both JBs here in the 9th inning.
I think I mentioned it earlier as Witherspoon bats, though. It's now 23 runs for the Durham Bulls in the 2 games. But that home run from Gray there first for a team that leads the International League in home runs, that's number 213 this year.
And that's remarkable, just given the sense that they had so much success. A lot of times you'll see teams that do nothing but mash home runs, but they don't do much else well. So those teams very rarely have the pop that these guys have and the ability to dink and dunk, to do the right things, advancing 90 feet, sacrifice flies, moving runners over with less than 2 outs. The Aces have done that all this year.
Big rip and a miss by Witherspoon.
Just in case, you just saw Jeff Bain warming up for the Aces in the bullpen beyond the right field fence. Durham with some action as well, looking towards the bottom of the 9th.
So chopper foul wide of first. 10-6. Durham lead in the 9th inning.
Yeah, how about the Bulls bullpen? You enter into the top of the 9th inning, trailing by a run. All of a sudden, not only is your team leading, it's not even a save situation. It looks like the Bulls want to turn things over to Dustin Knight in the bottom of the 9th inning. Right-hander wearing number 35, getting loose.
It's a wild swing and a miss. Strikeout will be completed at first, but what an inning for the Durham Bulls. They score 5 runs when they came into this 9th, down to their final few outs. The big shot, the blow from Tristan Gray. We'll see if Reno has one more comeback in them when we come back in the bottom of the 9th. Cintron represents the last chance. It was 4-0 Durham early. Then it was 5-4 Reno. We were tied at 5. Reno took the lead in the bottom of the 8th, 6-5. Sock to left. That'll end the game. The domination of Durham continues. They bulldoze their way to another crown. And after winning 4 of the last 5 International League championships, the Durham Bulls have gone back-to-back as AAA champions. They earn it on the field and celebrate a dramatic win over the Reno Aces What a game from the Las Vegas ballpark.
And they deserve every ounce of celebration that's going on behind the pitcher's mound. Durham, the champions of AAA in the year 2022.
Sometimes you wonder in minor league baseball whether winning and losing matters. That visual lets you know it matters. For the Durham Bulls, winning has become a habit in the Rays organization. There were a few times today it didn't look good for the Bulls, but they find a way to do it again.